In this video, I'm going to review how to make a layer mask in Adobe Photoshop CS6. So first thing I'm going to do for this photograph, I'm going to select what I want to keep, what I want to be visible. So first of all, I'm going to use the selection tool, and in this case, I'm going to use the quick selection tool. Shortcut key to get the quick selection tool is W in my tools panel. So first of all, I'm going to use that tool by clicking and dragging over the area that I want to keep or see in the final design. So when I apply the layer mask, what it's going to do is it's going to hide the sky in the background, or that's my goal at least, and hide anything basically that I don't have selected. So I'm just kind of going over the entire image, just kind of hovering over it and selecting the entire building, or at least that's my goal. Now there's some things I've kind of messed up. I don't have all the windows selected. I can click and drag over those windows and you see they become selected. I'm going to leave some of them messed up intentionally so you can see how you can fix a layer mask. You see that's a little messed up as well. I missed some of these lights. I might have to go back and adjust the top as well. So you can make this, ideally you would make this a really refined, really finessed selection before you do what I'm going to do. You can even go to the select refine edge dialog box and refine your edge, and this really will help you to progress faster. So don't do what I'm doing, but I just want to show you this as a demonstration. What I'm going to do is go to the layers panel next. So step A, select your image as best you can. Get the best quality selection you can get. And by the way, after you do that, I would recommend saving your selection so you don't have to select it again by choosing select, save selection, and then type out whatever you want to type out for the name. Then you can reselect it with one click by choosing select load selection. Okay, so select your image first. Next thing I'm going to do is go to the layers panel under window layers. Go to the layers panel. This is my layers panel right here. You see that this layer is locked. What I'm going to do is to unlock this layer by clicking on the lock icon. There's a couple ways to unlock it, but I'm going to click on this little lock icon and drag it to the trash can. That just unlocks my layer. You don't want to drag the whole layer to the trash can, just the lock icon. Another way to do that is double click the layer and then hit OK, and that also unlocks the layer. So now my layer is unlocked, and I can actually apply my layer selection in one click by clicking this little circle with the square in it. And when you hover over that little icon, it actually will tell you that that is going to apply a layer mask. You see that it says add layer mask. So you can click on it, boom, it's done. Now there's another option to do that. You can undo the layer mask and choose layer, layer mask, and choose reveal all or hide all. I want to reveal selection or hide selection. I want to reveal selection, that way it'll hide the background. And you see that it made a little black and white icon in my layers panel. So you see that this bracket, depending on what I have selected, moves. So if I click on my layer, my thumbnail for my layer, the bracket, this kind of white bracket is around my layer. Now the bracket's around my layer mask. Now the brackets are around my layer. Now the brackets are on my layer mask. With the bracket around your layer mask, you can paint with the paintbrush tool. The shortcut key for the paintbrush tool is B. If you just hold B down, it jumps to the paintbrush tool, just the regular paintbrush. I'm going to set my brush up to be, size is 40 right now. I might make it 100. And the hardness I'm going to leave at 0 for now. Now I'm going to paint only black and white. Now you see down here, whatever colors on top of your foreground, background swatches, squares at the bottom, that's what's going to be what paints. So I can either paint black, or I can hit this little switch icon, this little arrow key. Oops, my mouse jumped there. I can hit this little switch arrow, and you see it switches between black and white, black and white. That's all I'm painting is black and white on this black and white layer mask. This is a layer mask. And so when I paint black, you see that it hides. It looks like it erases. It's really painting that in the layer mask though. It's really just hiding that area. If I hit switch, I switch to white, and now it's actually revealing my image. So I kind of reveal my image. It comes back to life here. And so I can switch again. By the way, if you hit X on your keyboard, it's the shortcut for switching your image back and forth. And I can kind of hover over that little top area. I could even erase that if I wanted to. I can delete that, hit X, I'll switch, and I'll make my brush a little smaller there. And I can reveal. X sides and just kind of painting it out as needed. That's kind of a tough one. I'd recommend zooming in when you're doing this, by the way, and then you can get a better selection that way as well. Now, so there is a word of caution as you're painting with the paintbrush. Right now I'm painting white. Now I'm painting black. It erases, black erases, white reveals. If you ever accidentally click on your layer and you're on the brush tool and you're on black and white, you're actually going to be painting black, or if you hit switch, you're painting white. So you got to be really careful that you're on the actual layer mask. And I've done that in the past. Make sure your brackets, kind of hard to see when you're not focused in on it. Make sure your brackets are on the layer mask, and then you're hiding or revealing the actual content of the image. And it's better than actually erasing, because you're actually not destroying anything. Everything stayed in place. In fact, I could paint my whole picture back if I wanted to. The only thing I messed up is where I painted the black over the building, but you see that everything can come back, so it's actually safer than using the eraser tool or deleting your background, because everything stays in place and is non-destructive for your original image.